Hey guys, welcome back. Now what I have here is the Panasonic RZ S500W. Let's just call this the S500W for the rest of the video. So the S500 is Panasonic's first noise cancelling earbuds, right? At least that's what I think. Now they also have the S300W, but those do not have noise cancelling. So I've spent the better part of about 3 weeks with these earbuds. But before I talk about the experience, let's go through the important specs of these earbuds. So the S500W comes with Bluetooth 4.0, right? And also supports the SBC and AAC profiles. Now it has 8mm neodymium drivers and has a total of playback time of about 19.5 hours together with the case. Now with the earbuds alone, it gives you about 6.5 hours. Now, usually when I test out wireless audio devices, the rated battery life never matches like real world users for me. However, for this, I actually got like 10 minutes less than the rated 6.5 hours battery life on the earbuds, which is fantastic. Do note though that the case does not support wireless charging. Now in the box you get the earbuds, you get the case of course, you also get a Type-C cable, so yes, well done Panasonic, and you also get 4 spare ear tips. Now the S500W comes in either white or black, and this is the white one. Although when they say white, in my opinion, it looks closer to like something in between like off-white and khaki actually. For me personally, I think I would go with the black because I just think it looks better. And also, like, it only took a couple of days for the scuff marks to become quite visible. Now, overall design, I have to say, I'm not the biggest fan, alright? And honestly, I'm a little surprised that Panasonic almost goes out of their way to make their brand not that obvious. Now, first of all, the Panasonic name is sort of like debossed on the top of the case, and it's quite easy to miss it. And even on the earbuds, the Panasonic name is sort of hidden somewhere underneath the earbuds. But overall, the design to me is just a little too muted for my taste, and even the materials don't feel particularly great. Not bad, just not as nice as some of the others. Now the earbuds are also quite large compared to some of the other earbuds I've tested. However, most of them don't have ANC, right? Apart from like the Sony WF-1000 XM3s and the Technics AZ70, and both of them are actually quite large, especially the Sonys. One thing I will say though, the earbuds have LED lights on them, and for the most part they're okay, but they are really bright at night. So I mean, I can imagine using them like on a plane at night with the lights off and everybody's trying to sleep. You're gonna be pissing a lot of people like sitting next to you and around you with this like shining all over them. Although, I mean, that scenario isn't going to happen anytime soon. Now, what I absolutely love though is that, you know, just like the Technics AZ70, this also supports independent signaling. Alright, so what this means is that they work independently, so that you can either just use one, keep the other in the case, or share with someone to watch or listen to something together. And I'll say this again, just like I said in my review of the Technics AZ70, this should be standard on all earbuds, alright, and well done Panasonic for including this. So wearing the earbuds, I would say is, you know, comfortable enough. It's very similar to the Technics AZ70 in terms of fit, and I didn't need to change the ear tips for me, which is quite rare. So overall, I think it's a great fit, and I felt very confident that it wouldn't fall off, like even if I tried. Now the earbuds also have an IPX4 rating, although they are not marketed as sports earbuds. Now they also have touch controls instead of the regular buttons. And I know I've said this many times on my channel that I don't really fancy touch buttons on earbuds or even headphones. But honestly, after some adjustments on how I initiate these controls, it's a bit better for me, and now I'm used to it. But I still prefer buttons. Now they also support Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa, which is becoming a standard on earbuds, so that's really nice. So there's also the Panasonic Audio Connect app, which I would say has just enough features. Like, you know, you can see the battery percentage of each individual earbuds, although not the battery percentage of the case, which, I mean, kind of makes sense since the case doesn't connect to the phone anyway. And apart from that, you also have the ability to control your noise cancellation or your ambient sound control, which is a really good feature. And yes, so this does have noise cancellation. Now, just like the Technics AZ70, it's a form of ANC called dual hybrid noise cancellation. I would say it works pretty well. It works almost identical to the Technics AZ70 in terms of how the noise cancellation works, what I felt it cancelled out well. Overall, I would say pretty good. Now, EQ wise, you get two presets. One called the bass enhancer and the other a clear voice, and I think that's pretty self-explanatory. And of course, you also get a customizable 5-band EQ, so yeah, that's pretty good. And yes, if any of you are feeling a little bit of deja vu right now, you probably saw my review of the Technics AZ70, right? Now, the app looks almost identical apart from, having the Technics branding, whereas this one has the Panasonic branding. The Panasonic app even has that same Find My Earphones feature found on the Technics app. So that, Find My Earphones feature is pretty straightforward. Basically, if you can't find your earphones, you can enable that, and it just plays like a tone gradually louder so that you can sort of figure out where they are. Now, the reasons for this similarity is, well, Technics is owned by Panasonic, so it would make sense that these features will be shared. Now, I rated the Technics AZ70 as one of my all-time favorite sounding earbuds. So does this mean that the S500 is just as good? Well, no. First of all, it has smaller 8mm drivers compared to the Technics AZ70, which has 10, alright? So that is the largest drivers on earbuds that we've tested so far on this channel. Although, I'm going to be reviewing another one pretty soon that supposedly has bigger ones, so do remember to subscribe so you don't miss that. Now back to the Panasonic S500W, I would say they sound okay. I would consider them still quite good for the price that you're going to pay for this, and we'll talk about the price in a bit. However, having the privilege of actually testing out the Technics AZ70 for a while, the S500W comparably sounds a little bit more compressed and a bit more narrow. And yeah, I also noticed that it didn't have the same sort of clarity within the high mids and the highs as compared to the Technics AZ70. And it's a real shame that I can't show you how they sound. I can, however, show you how the mic sounds. Alright, so this is a recording using the Panasonic RZ S500W. So I'm walking along the street now. I've taken off my mask just to make sure that it's a fair recording. So yeah, I think the mic sounds pretty good. It did a good job of cancelling some of the background noise, and as you can tell, you could hear me pretty loud and clear. Even though there was quite a bit of wind when I was recording, you couldn't really hear it. So the Panasonic S500W comes in at the regular price of 299 Singapore dollars. However, there is currently a sale going on at Shopee, and you can actually get this for 249 Singapore dollars. And at that price, I think it's actually pretty good value. I mean, considering the audio quality, which I would still say is pretty good, the noise cancellation at that price, fantastic for earbuds. The mic is pretty good as well. However, for me personally, I think what I would do is I might actually spend a little bit more to get the Technics AZ70. Alright, so that about wraps up my review of the Panasonic RZ S500W. Now, if you like this video, you know what to do, and I would love it if you would subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to receive notifications on our next video. I'm JP, and I'll see you real soon.